The clocks at Graceland are stopped. If you walk up those carpeted stairs today, past the velvet ropes that hold back the millions of tourists who pay $35 just to breathe the air downstairs, you enter a world that is frozen in time. Up there, on the second floor, nothing has moved. There is a styrofoam cup on a bookshelf, a half-read book about the Shroud of Turin, a rumpled bedsheet. It is a mausoleum preserved by the fiercely protective and often litigious Presley estate. For 48 years, we were told we knew everything about the king's final moments. We were told about the bathroom. We were told about the book. We were told about the heart attack. But we were lied to. Sources close to the recent forensic audit of Graceland, triggered by the bitter legal war between Riley Keough and the old guard, have whispered about a discovery that wasn't on the inventory list. It wasn't in the archives. It wasn't in the vault. It was under the bed, pushed all the way to the back. A simple cardboard shoebox, covered in nearly 5 decades of dust, and on the lid, scrawled in black marker, in a hand that was shaking, were 3 words: "Do not open." For the first time in history, that lid has been lifted. And what was inside isn't just memorabilia. It isn't just nostalgia. It is a crime scene in a box. It is a confession. And it contains a letter addressed to a 9-year-old Lisa Marie that changes the entire story of why Elvis Aaron Presley really died. Buckle up, because what we found in the box doesn't just break your heart, it breaks the case wide open. To understand why this box is so terrifying, you have to understand the room where it was found. In 1957, a 22-year-old Elvis bought Graceland for $102,500. In today's money, that's barely $1 million, a steal for a palace. But as the years rotted away his happiness, the house stopped being a home. It became a fortress. The upstairs, it was the forbidden zone. Even back then, nobody went up there without an invitation. Not the Memphis Mafia, not the maids, sometimes not even Priscilla. It was his sanctuary, and by 1977, it was his prison. By August 1977, Elvis was hemorrhaging money. He was 42, bloated and terrified. He had a tour scheduled that he knew he couldn't physically survive. He owed money to the record label. He was supporting an entourage of leeches. The narrative has always been that Elvis was oblivious, that he was just a happy-go-lucky addict who took 1 too many pills. But the box under the bed proves that Elvis knew exactly what was happening. He knew the walls were closing in, and in those final dark hours while his girlfriend Ginger Alden was asleep in the next room, Elvis didn't just go to the bathroom to read. He started packing a box of evidence. Let's open the box. The first thing that hits you is the smell. Even after 48 years, the scent of old paper and chemical dust lingers. Lying right on top, scattered like confetti, were 7 empty prescription bottles. But these weren't just trash. If they were trash, they would be in the bin. Elvis kept them. Look closely at the dates on the labels. August 14th, August 15th. These were the final rations. Why would the king of rock and roll keep empty bottles in a hidden box under his bed? Hoarding empty bottles is a sign of keeping score. He was tracking his own destruction, or perhaps he was building a case against the doctor who was feeding him. Dr. Nick, the man who prescribed over 10,000 doses in the final year alone. We've always been told Elvis blindly trusted Dr. Nick, but the placement of these bottles suggests something darker. Was Elvis planning to expose the malpractice? Was this his insurance policy? If I go down, the box seems to say, I'm taking the doctor with me. Beneath the bottles, the real tragedy begins. A stack of unsent letters. Handwriting analysts have confirmed the script. It's the jagged, erratic scrawl of a man under the influence of heavy sedatives. The loops are wide. The pressure on the pen is so hard it nearly tears the paper. One letter is addressed to the Colonel. It doesn't say thank you. It reads, I am tired. I am so tired of the lights. You work me like a mule. I can't breathe anymore. I want out. I want to fire everyone and just sit in the garden. He never sent it. If he had, would he be alive today? The Colonel had him trapped in a financial vice grip. Elvis knew it. He wrote it down. And then, in a moment of fear, He shoved it under the bed. But the most chilling item wasn't for the colonel. This is the Holy Grail, the item that made the archivist weep. Tucked at the very bottom of the box was a sealed envelope. Lisa Marie was only 9 years old in 1977. She was in the house that night. She was the one who saw the paramedics rushing up the stairs. For 48 years, she carried the guilt of being the survivor. She never knew this letter existed. The letter is dated August 15, 1977, less than 24 hours before he was found on the bathroom floor. It suggests that Elvis knew he wasn't going to make it. The contents have been summarized by sources who viewed the collection before it was resealed by Riley Keough's legal team. It wasn't a suicide note, it was an apology. My little Yisa, Daddy is sick. Daddy has a hard time sleeping. I want you to know that Graceland is yours. Don't let them take it. Don't let the suits take it. You are the queen. I love you more than the music. Don't let them take it. A warning from the grave. Elvis knew the vultures were circling. He knew that the moment his heart stopped, the lawsuits would begin. He tried to warn his 9-year-old daughter to protect her legacy. And this is where the story turns from tragic to suspicious. Because if this box existed, why did it stay hidden for 48 years? Did someone know it was there? Did Priscilla know? Enter the hero of our story, Riley Keough. When Lisa Marie passed away tragically in 2023, Riley became the sole trustee. She inherited the debt, the drama, and the secrets. Sources say that during the final audit of the bedroom, a process meant to catalog items for the Smithsonian, this box was discovered. Here is the theory that is setting the internet on fire. Some believe that members of the old guard, perhaps even connected to Priscilla's original management, knew there was incriminating evidence upstairs. Evidence that Elvis was unhappy with the management. Evidence that could have voided insurance policies or exposed the colonel's fraud much earlier. Did they leave the box there because they couldn't destroy it? Or did they simply miss it in the chaos of 1977? Riley Keough has reportedly locked this box away in a vault far more secure than Graceland. Why? Because the contents, specifically the evidence of financial coercion, could act as a nuclear weapon in the ongoing battles over the estate's future. Remember the scam attempt last year? Where a mysterious company tried to auction off Graceland, claiming Elvis borrowed $3.8 million? If the letters in that box prove Elvis was under duress, or that his signatures were forged back then, Riley holds the ultimate trump card. She isn't just protecting a house, she is protecting the truth. The box is closed now, back in the dark. But we can't unknow what's inside. We now know that in his final hours, Elvis wasn't just a stumbling addict. He was a father trying to send a message to the future. He was a man trying to document his own demise. He felt the cold shadow of death approaching, and he reached for a pen. Do not open. Maybe he didn't mean don't ever open it. Maybe he meant don't open until you're ready for the truth. Riley Keough opened it, and in doing so, she released the ghost that has haunted this property for half a century. Elvis can finally rest, because the truth is out of the darkness. But I have to ask you, if you found that box, would you have released the contents to the world? Or would you have burned it to protect Elvis's image? Was Riley right to catalog the king's pain? Or should some secret stay buried under the bed? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to know about the other secret tape found in the jungle room, click this video right here. You won't believe what he said on the microphone when he thought it was off.